Hey, Tony Gaskins here. Now we are back to talks with Tony. And so when I have general topics, I just do a general topic. And starting the year out, I had some 2021 topics I wanted to hit on. But on the normal, I'm going to utilize y'all's emails to kind of answer the questions that y'all send to me. And now this one is kind of long. We're going in order. I just skipped over one. Somebody sent in some unsolicited advice or unsolicited requests. Just like in Hollywood, we don't accept unsolicited material. If you was not asked for your opinion is not accepted over here. If your opinion is needed, like when you send in a question over here, that's when your opinion will be summoned. If I don't ask you, I didn't need it. So let that be clear. You know, women always feel the need to just, Tony, can you not do this? Tony, can you do this? I mean, listen, hush. I work for the Lord. Okay, that's how we running this. Now, this one here, it's a long email, so you got to bear with me. Mr. Gaskins, hello to you and your beautiful wife for allowing you to take the time to rebuild the women of our community. Hey, thank you. That right there means a lot to me, what she just said. And to your beautiful wife for allowing you. A lot of times people get here and don't realize that, yes, this an hour a day that I might be spending, but that's an hour I could be with my wife. You see what I mean? Because neither one of us go to nobody's job, so we be home together. So when I'm shooting this in the middle of the daytime, that's an hour I could be up under my wife. You see what I mean? Thank you, sister, for that. Me and my husband met when I was 19 and he was 23. It's similar to me and my wife. She was 19, I was 21. He was 23 and a half. We married when I was 25. His idea. Okay, so about 6 years. I never asked about marriage. I said yes. Hold on right quick, y'all. Let me spread this here thing out because it's not full screen. So, okay, y'all. Ooh, you know what? This sister here, she wrote on a special kind of email because this thing go all the way across the page. I ain't got enough room for this email. Hold on. Sister here email all out the box. Y'all got to forgive me because I got to be scrolling all the way across on this one. This one didn't fit inside the normal box. Oh, I think it's because the two pictures at the bottom spread the email. I never asked about marriage. I said yes, but inside I was a bit hesitant as I found freedom in being single. At this time, we had a 2-year-old. We didn't live together, but we were living in sin as we were both raised in the church and sleeping together. As you say, he got me on my back. After marriage, I saw he had no idea how to manage his life. He was in debt and had cut off notices, and was stressed when I made requests. It was evident he was unable to lead. I took on a lot. Dating. He drew me in from the attention I always desired from my dad, and of course, he got me on my back. I didn't have a lot of experience, and it was what I thought then, but not now, mind blowing. That was a typo. But not now. Mind blowing. Early on dating, we broke up because I made a request for him to better himself, and the women he would be with looked as pitiful as he did at the time. I heard first had from her friends. Lord, y'all forgive me now. Hold on. I heard first had from her friends how trifling she was about not paying bills and being clean. Sons we have together. 2 years. Hold on. Y'all forgive me because I'm reading the email and then I thought about some of y'all that be in the comments. And I just heard some of y'all comments like Cher. Y'all know Cher 8, she a moderator. Cher, she funny now. Sometimes she says some stuff in the comments, be having me laugh. Yeah, Cher done got better over time now. Now Cher, that's a rider right there now. Cher, she used to cuss y'all out in the comments. You hear me? I think I share from my Instagram, but Cher, she hear what I meant to say, even when I say it the wrong way. She know my heart, and I could tell that she know I don't mean no harm. That if I say something and it's offensive or something like that, she know that I'm a servant and that they coming from the right place. And boy, she be reading women. I be like, is Cher like my mama? And this her fake page? Is my sister one of my family members? Like, and this they page? Like they fake page? Cause she be going off on people. You hear me? Cher be letting these women know. Listen. But I was reading this email, and it's a struggle, but it's me reading it wrong too. It's not just her typing, because you know the email typically be like this. This one is spread out like this because it's pictures at the bottom, so it's spread it out, so my eyes losing track. So y'all forgive me now. Lord forgive me. Y'all forgive me. Now listen, we ain't got no editing over here now. This is a real TV show. Imagine in Hollywood, all that cutting they be doing. And see, that's why I ain't going to TV. Because they do too much cutting. And my personality ain't built for that. And I got to be starting all over, saying it all over again, saying it 3, 4, 5 times. And I'm real. I can't be doing all that faking. I'm like, listen, the emotion I just gave on that answer right there, you're not finna get that no second, third, fourth time, because that's Denzel Washington. I'm not no actor. Okay? I'm a life coach. So y'all forgive me now. We're going to get back into this. I said to myself, these videos finna be 30 minutes. Now I'm struggling. We're reading the email, so now this one might be an hour. After marriage, I saw how he had no idea how to manage his life. He was in debt, he had cut off notice, and was stressed when I made requests. In dating, he drew me in from the attention I always desired from my dad. And of course, he got me on my back. I didn't have a lot of experience, and it was what I thought then, but not now. Mind blowing. Early on dating, we broke up because I made a request for him to better himself, and the women he had been with. And see, this is the thing, y'all got to forgive me because this is going to be typos and stuff like this, because it say the women he had be with, and then that throw me off, and I got to, correct it. Y'all forgive me. The women he had been with looked as pitiful as he did at the time. I heard first had from her friends how trifling she was about not paying bills and being clean. I don't know what she meant to say right there, but maybe it meant his girlfriend he first had, or maybe to her meant to be him. I'm not sure, but somebody was trifling and didn't pay bills and was not clean. Sons we have together. 2 years prior to marriage and another 1 year after marriage. Neither of us have any other kids. He left us to find himself for 7 months, 5 years into marriage. Came back. I should have divorced him then, but it was his first offense. 7 years into marriage, he committed adultery with a woman with kids. Jail history, user of stolen credit cards, and no job. I'm a nurse. Okay, so you was rushing on this email here, cause I know it ain't easy to be no nurse now. You got to have, yeah, I see it's just a little cell phone typos. Y'all forgive me now. Now, okay, little point here. He left now in the marriage, 5 years in the marriage, gone 7 months, and y'all didn't get a divorce. You think he was abstinent? Cause your adultery When you think he started committing adultery was 7 years. He left at 5 years for 7 months to find himself. All right, and then he came back. Sound like the prodigal son to me. He ain't find nothing. And went to old Jezebel woman. 15 years in. Okay, so we going from 7 years to 15 years. Okay, so we'll condense some time right there. August 2020, he was caught by our kids talking in chat rooms to women that are jobless, work at McDonald's, and look hood like, or either post nude pics. He lied. Oh, you know what? Well, did I forget to scroll over? Oh, no, I ain't forget it. He lied using the life of a coworker, saying he was in college, as if he has identity issues as well. He tends to start things but never can quite finish. If it is finished, he was unprepared and unable to plan to best execute the task. Many things I help or take over or give him steps to complete. We both have gained weight, as well as me having blood pressure and migraines. This relationship was killing me. He's been out of the home a month and I'm already down 8 pounds. He says he chatted in the chat rooms as they didn't know his shortcomings and I knew everything there is about him. He feels he has disappointed me and have worn me out from his shenanigans. 3 to 4 months ago, I found him a MH doc. He claimed mental health doc. Okay. He claimed he didn't feel like himself. I was hoping this would help him. He's the same. I filed for divorce August 2020. I heard God tell me this is my way out. I took it. I filed for divorce as I felt like this second occurrence was the last straw. After watching your videos, I overlooked so many red flags. I'm ambitious and my career continues to elevate and often felt I was the man and woman of the relationship. Over the years, I felt I had to keep pushing him to better himself. He lacks ambition and every improvement he has made, I helped him along. I was his mother and not his wife/lover. I see now I was truly never happy. I wanted a family for my kids I never had since my parents divorced early, and my dad and I were not close as I desired. After filing for divorce, he didn't move and says he would once things were final. We are very active in church and we continued our lives as normal as well as being intimate. But I didn't feel anything from our sexual encounters as I previously had. I don't plan to live in sin once the divorce is final, so I was stocking up. She put the covered face. Until God blessed me to meet and marry a real man that loves God in truth and honesty first and foremost. One night he didn't come home. One night he didn't come home. I changed the locks. Found out later he was trying to be funny and stayed at a mutually married friend's home. I was told by the wife and husband he just popped up. I guess to try to make me worry like I normally would. I never called or tried to find him. He has never stayed away from home all the years we have been married. I guess he thought it would fly due to divorce. No, sir. He broke the door in to move his things. No laws broken since we are married. In my displeasure with him, many of his items were ruined. Not in my character at all. But I was livid with his disrespectfulness as he and I were not equally yoked. Since then, he recently went silent on me and the kids and no financial assistance at all. All kinds of bill collectors looking for him, calling me and stopping by the home to bring notices. All of them in his name, not mine. Thank God I'm financially not in need of his help. My credit worthiness and history has never been in question. The family car is under my name, a new SUV. A work car he barely could afford is under his name. He called to ask me to co-sign. I told him I would not be able, and I didn't. In divorce, he will be paying spousal and child support. If and when he comes to his senses, how do I co-parent with such a man that lacks character and integrity? I have no desire to ever see him again. What can I do as a mother to keep his toxic ways from affecting our sons? I already keep them in church and connect them with positive men and counseling. Thank you, and keep up the wonderful work. This was the largest email. The file size is very large because I see you put 2 pictures on there at the end. And let me see here. And let me see, you was 19. Because now your pictures, they say you're attractive lady, you do your best, you take care of yourself, look like you take care of your skin, your eyebrows, your hair, you put your makeup on, lipstick, take care of yourself. He got you when you was young. Now here's the thing though, 16 minutes, here's the thing, y'all are the same. Y'all the same. And he's the male version of you. And see, that's what a lot of times women don't understand is you attract what you are. Y'all equally yoked. Y'all the same. You on his level, mentally and emotionally, because if you weren't, you wouldn't never been with him. So he ain't trick you and fool you. You were full grown. He ain't get you at 13, he got you at 19. Yeah, you wasn't all that season, but you grown. You 19. You been watching TV. You been listening to music. You been seeing your homegirls get pregnant. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. You knew enough at 19. 19, it's young ladies 12 years old running a household, cooking, cleaning, everything got to be the mama. So what you got to realize is he ain't trick you now. He ain't tie your hands behind your back or none of that. It's just, here's the thing. You caught him doing some stuff that every man does. You caught him up. You caught him in some stuff. Now, he is a grown boy. But every man is a grown boy until he become a man. Now, you got him when you young, so it probably is best that y'all go y'all separate ways, because when you get a man when he's that young, 23 and a half, and he gets with you and he gets into a relationship, looks like he married you at about 29 and a half or 30. So it's like he is a grown boy. At the same time, you were a grown girl, meaning mentally, but you had your head on straight in the fact of you wanted to be somebody. So you went on and you became a nurse. Now, the thing about it is 15 years in, that's 2020. So y'all have been dealing together since 2005. So at that 15 years in. And he never grew as a man, but his condition was really exacerbated by you, because you waited so long before you had him get himself together, and you left him in dating, but y'all got on y'all back and y'all had a child, early on. And so it kind of was like you was using him as a ding-a-ling in the jar. He was like a man that was there so that you didn't look single, so that you weren't single. He was like companionship for you. But he wasn't what you wanted. He wasn't what you needed. But when you locked down with him, it didn't give you the freedom or the time or the ability to go be with somebody else. So therefore, you locked down with him. and you being locked down with him, it puts you in a situation to where now, y'all tied down, and then you get pregnant. So now you feel like I'm stuck. I can't go anywhere. And all along, he was not the man for you. So the thing about it is he is like a leaf in the wind. Take off, go find himself for 7 months and all of that right there. And then he all in the chat room. It is like he's a boy, a teenage boy who never grew up. But to be honest with you, he'll probably actually be better once the divorce is final and y'all are separate. And you say you have no desire to see him. You don't need to see him. And you don't need him financially. So you kind of have to ask yourself, if he's not growing and he's not changing, do you even want that energy in your life? Do you want to have to see him on pickups? When he come over to pick up the kids, do you want to have to see him, look at him? So you kind of got to ask yourself about that and see if you want to, even deal with that, or if you just want to go to child support court, put him on child support, and basically his thing is to make a payment every month. And then when he's mature enough, he comes to you and he says, hey, can I see my children? But what y'all have to realize as women is you being there, you reinforce all of his behavior. So when he left and he came back, and he left and he came back, you was always there to take him back. So what you told him is, you were saying to him, I'm no better than you. We the same. We on the same level. That's why I let you leave, go do your thing for 7 months, and then come back and I take you back. And then let me tell you where you really played yourself at. Nah, he done came and broke in the house to get his stuff and all that. And then you ruined his stuff. So if you above him and y'all not equally yoked, because you say it's not in your character at all. It is in your character because you ruined his stuff. So that is in your character. If it's not in your character at all, none of his stuff would have got ruined. You see what I mean? So what we have to do as humans, we got to stop lying to ourselves. And we have to say, you know what? I am a no good person. I am childish. I am petty. I am irresponsible. I am immature. Because as long as we say, that's not in my character at all, that is not me at all, then we can't change. You can't change and become the woman you need to be for the man that you want to attract if you say, that's not in my character at all. Or you say, he and I were not equally yoked. Y'all were equally yoked because y'all was the same. Y'all was operating on the same wavelength. It just, he's the male version, you the female version. The male version may step out and may sleep with somebody, may cheat, and the female version may ruin clothes, may cuss the man out, may emotionally cheat. Because now, with him doing all of this, you never said what you did. And you didn't go out your way in this email. Nowhere in this email did you go out your way to say, I was 100% faithful to him in every way. Emotionally, physically, mentally. I was 100%. Even when he was cheating, when he left. And typically when a woman is 100% faithful, regardless of what that man has been doing, she makes a point to say that because that speaks to how great the offense was, because this man did all of this and she remained faithful. Now, and then what? So you didn't make that point. Now you could have been faithful, but what made me feel like you had a little something going on your end at the job, doing your little flirting, or might have hopped on you a little something, is a couple things in here. When you said in the beginning, when you said that I never asked about marriage, I said yes, but inside I was a bit hesitant as I found freedom in being single. See, a woman who is conservative and she want to be married. A conservative woman wants to be married. When she ain't really about that pole, hopping on that dangling in a jar. She want to be married. So you was hesitant because you found freedom in being single. But I don't understand how you were single when y'all was together since you was 19. Then he got married when you were 20. He married you when you were 25. That's 6 years. So unless y'all were off and on, or y'all just was together, then broke up, and then you was pregnant, and then both of y'all was raised in the church, so y'all just living like the prodigal son and the prodigal daughter, like some heathen. Now you say at this time we had a 2-year-old, so that means you had your child at 23, you got married at 25, so you got pregnant probably around 22 or early 23, and so y'all had been dealing with each other, sleeping with each other for 4 years. 3 years, 4 years, you got pregnant, you had your child, 23 years old, got married at 25. You said yes, but obviously y'all was off and on because you calling yourself single. Because, you know, if you're enjoying the freedom of single life, that means y'all weren't together. Now, he filled the daddy void, gave you the attention your daddy wasn't giving you. And the other thing what let me know is how you could have had a little looseness in you is when you said we are very active in the church and we continued our lives as normal as well as being intimate. Now this was after filing for divorce, because you said after filing for divorce he didn't move and says he would once things were final. So now look at the picture now. You divorce a man. You got finances, but you don't get up and go spend first and last month rent on an apartment to send him a real message to say, I'm moving on with my life. Nor do you put your foot down and kick him out of the house and say, you cannot be here. Because if a man ain't going to be where he not wanted at. If a woman truly, honestly tell him you not wanted here, and she telling him that every day, he going to get up and find somewhere to go. So you didn't kick him out. Then you say, we are very active in the church. So y'all playing with God. You might as well stay home. Because it's worse to be going to church, active in the church, and then in all of this right here, tomfoolery. You playing with God. Now, because you can talk to God from the house. But don't be going to church looking like couple of the year, and then y'all on the verge of divorce. We very active in the church, and we continue our lives as normal, as well as being intimate. What y'all should have did is normalize some relationship coaching. If y'all want to continue as normal, y'all should have normalized some relationship coaching or some relationship counseling. But I didn't feel anything from our sexual encounters as I previously had. You're lying. Because if you didn't feel nothing, you wouldn't have been doing it. Because see, a woman who fed up and she truly over that man, and there ain't no chance for that thing to work out, she not finna be getting on her back with him. Because she knows that when she tell him we getting a divorce, that he shuts down in his mind and he might be out slanging that thing around to other women on his lunch break, on his days off. When he say he at the gym or he going to the grocery store, he and his ex-girlfriend, he and his old classmate, he's sleeping with these other women, wound bound, thank you ma'am, or he got him a couple of prostitutes that he just, or strippers that he just could go to it, boom. Ain't got to do nothing, shoot them $100, shoot them a $200, $20, or could have them to where they on free just because they need them a little dang-a-lang in a jar. Because remember, what you said right after this, you said, I don't plan to live in sin once the divorce is final, so I was stocking up. That ain't how sex work. You ain't stocking up. That little dang-a-lang in a jar not gonna hold you over when you single. That's like this. That when you on your bike, that's just like taking you a hit. They're just like people who play with their nose. They get that hit, they might be good for a little bit, and then guess what? A little while later or tomorrow, they're going to need them another hit. That's how, when you addicted to it like you is, because you need that with a man that you done told you divorced and you done, then you give him power and control. So absolutely when the divorce final, he's still going to be able to get in there. And then unless you grow and you change from this here video, you'll be on your bike in the divorce and you'll be saying, well, that's not in my character at all. Yeah, we sleeping together, but that is my ex-husband, and technically the Bible say, because I'm heavy in church now, remember, Tony, I'm heavy in church, I go to church all the time. Technically the Bible say when you get a divorce, the woman is still married to that man, and if she get another relationship, she's an adulterer. So really what I was doing is I'm still sleeping with my husband, because see, in the sight of man we divorced, but in the sight of God we technically still married, technically. So that's nowhere near in my character, but it was just like I needed, my stock ran out, because I thought I was stocked up from when we was sleeping together, when I hadn't already told him we was going through a divorce, but he ain't move out, so he was living with me and we still going to church looking like we're a couple, and everybody ooh and ah like we're a couple, but yet we still sleeping together even though I told him I'm divorced. So I thought I was stocked up then, but come to find out, when the divorce was over, I just started having night sweats and cold flashes and heat flashes and hot flashes and cold this and that, and I realized that, okay, this ain't menopause, because I'm like in my 30s, and so what is this? Okay, all right, I need some more stock. You see what I'm saying? That's where you'll be at. Then guess what? He'll be gone for a little while, and then he'll be right back. So here's the thing, what y'all don't understand is we all are a window. We all a window. So, you know, a lot of time we talk tough, but it's little keys in here that let me know that you and him the same. Y'all on the same level. He need coaching, you need coaching. Y'all need marital coaching. To be honest with you, you really don't even need no divorce, because you sleeping with him and when you going through the divorce. That you just ain't gonna be able to cut that off like that. Just like how men think they're gonna be able to cut off cheating when they get married. That piece of paper don't just stop you from cheating if you a cheater. That piece of paper, that divorce piece of paper y'all get, that ain't just gonna stop you from wanting to sleep with them if you sleeping with them. Because if you going through a divorce, you ought to be already divorced in your mind. He ought to be in one room, you in another room. But see, you lying to yourself and you playing yourself. But what you don't realize is with what you doing, you sending him mixed signals. You sending him very mixed signals. So what you doing right here is you making him not respect you at all. He don't have no respect for you. He can't believe you. He can't trust you, because you're not a woman on your word. You saying one thing and doing another. And so just picture this. If you tell somebody you done with them and you get a divorce, but then you sleeping with them every chance you get, what this is you playing games. Is you using the divorce like a strangler. So, and understand what I'm saying now. When I say strangler, when I say like a play toy, you using the divorce and it's actually making your sex with him better. That's why you want it. That's why you keep doing it. But you lying saying I don't feel nothing. If you don't feel nothing, then there's no sense of doing it, because you're not stocking up on it anyways if you don't feel nothing. If you don't feel what you felt before, then it ain't doing you no good. But see, what it is it's kind of like when you got something going on, it's like, you know how the feeling and the rush could be intensified when you doing it in your bedroom at your mama house, and you know you ain't supposed to be in there doing that, or you at somebody else's house and they ain't there, you babysitting, and somebody come over and your boyfriend come over and y'all get it in on them people couch because they ain't got no nanny cam, and y'all wearing them people couch out, and it may be intensified because of the rush, because you like, oh, the kid on babysitting in the room, and hurry up, and that rush, you know, Y'all in the library studying in college, and next thing you know, y'all break off to the bathroom and boom, boom, boom. Y'all get something in the bathroom. Y'all get something in the dorm room on your roommate bed. It's like little stuff that you add to what y'all doing. It intensify that when I say that I just don't know all what words you know. OR, all right, GAS, all right. I don't know what all words you're allowed to say on here. It intensify, okay? When you say I'm divorcing you. So then it's kind of like this. I'm mad at you. Leave me alone. Well, leave me alone. Stop. Okay, here you go. You playing yourself. And see this right here the worst type of game to play, because if you tell a man you done with him and you divorcing him and you never want to see him again when it's old, then don't sleep with him. Don't strain him along like that, because you could make him go crazy. So that when the divorce do hit and you try to drop him cold turkey like you say you is, he might lose his mind. You might end up on an episode of Snap because you never gave him the time to wean off of you. You were there and going to church looking like a couple, and then right after church on your bike again, So he thinking every time he get down there with you, he thinking, I'm winning her back. Yeah, come back. Yeah. He think he winning you back. But in your mind, you saying you absolutely done. And when you done with him, you going to have him on child support. Look, it don't go both ways. You can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't use that man for his third leg, and then when you get your divorce, you just going to drop him like a bad habit. No, because now you playing with his emotions. You playing with his heart. So if he's a dog, like you say he is, if he ain't no good, like he say you is, then what you look like sleeping with a dog? If he a dog and he's not worth you staying with and working through this stuff with and asking God to forgive him and to forgive you and y'all getting coaching. So if he is worth you breaking your covenant with God and divorcing him, then why are you sleeping with him? Why are you still going to church with him? You see what I'm saying? You trying to have the cake and eat it too. So now here's the thing. Tony, well, what do the man need to do? Did the man write in? No. Y'all be writing in and you want to paint the man out to be a monster and throw him under the bus, but you're not addressing yourself. Because we can't change him because he don't want to be changed. Don't save him. He don't want to be saved. This flipped on him. He not here. He ain't writing no email. He ain't watching no video. You watching the video, so that means you need to grow. You got to grow. And so if you still in this right here and divorce ain't final, stop sleeping with the man. Stop sleeping with the man. And see, sometimes women like yourself is, could be more horny because he got you at 19, got you so young. So when that thing opened your mind and blew your mind, so now you were hypnotized. Not hypnotized, you were hypnotized. Okay? So that's how he kept being able to leave and come back. Because he know he got that old pole on him, and he know that you is a fiend for that pole. That if he come back and he dangle that thing in front of you, you like, come on. Because even after you divorce him, what he did, he come right up to you. Watch the pole. Then here you go. Come here. You see what I'm saying? He know what to get you. He know that now you a fiend for it. And you know how I know? Because of this color you got in your hair. The red you got in your hair. This red dye you got in your hair. And you got red dye in your hair. With a red lip. You got a red lip on. Yeah. And you got a long dangling earring. Yeah. That tell it all. And you attach 2 pictures to this email when you was not asked for a picture. So you attach the picture because you saying, Tony, I want you to see how I look. Okay, I want you to see I ain't hurting for no man out here. I want you to see I am not looks challenged and I could get what I want to get when I want to get it. Oh yeah, y'all got to realize y'all dealing with a real one over here. I read all up and through it. I see everything. I can see. I see you. And you playing yourself. And you will end up with this man. And while y'all sleeping together right now, you'll end up with this. He'll go out and dip out and touch one of them. Wham bam, thank you, man. He'll touch one of them $2. Boom, here go $5. Give him a little something. Boom, get him a little something because he angry, he frustrated, he stressed with you because you divorcing him. And he'll catch something for her and he'll bring it home and give it to you. Now you stuck for life. Now in his mind, you stuck for life. And then that's going to break your spirit because you like, man, do I want to take this and try to get another man to accept me with this here, what I'm living with? You know, because I don't know when it's going to be another breakout. And I'm, you know, at this age, 40 years old, do I really want to try to convince this man to love me and love me with this? And he 40, so he's set in his ways, or he 45, he's set in his ways. So do he even understand it? You know, I'm a nurse. I know about the STD and how to manage it, but will he understand it? And that's what he'll come put on you. He'll go catch him something on intentionally to come put it on you. Anytime he could get you to sleep with him. So if y'all done moved out now and situation to change because this email old, you got to really make up your mind. You got to really do the coaching. You got to really work on yourself. You got to really address your spirit. Where you was turned out at, you got to get turned back in. Okay? And you going to church, but that's like you sitting in the garage thinking that's going to make you a car. Going to church ain't going to make you no Christian. Going to church ain't going to make you holy. You have to make a decision that you're going to commit to righteousness and to purity. And that's what's going to change your life. And you cannot get closer to God playing the devil games. So you can't be in this situation playing with this man's mind and divorcing him, but yet still taking his manhood, the loins, girth about his loins, and you receiving his girth and talking about you trying to stock up for when y'all get a divorce. You can't be using that man like that and then want to drop him like a bad habit and think that you're going to make it out safe. No, that's dangerous. If you don't want this man, let him know you don't want him, and then you get complete distance so that he has the time to heal just like you need to heal. So he could grow just like you need to grow. But don't play mind games with this because you're dealing with a human being. And this stuff is serious. You could lose your life. You hear me? Because you will never know when it's going to be the straw that break his back. So don't mislead and lead somebody on. And because essentially this is what you're saying. This is what your actions saying. Your actions are saying, I am the prize and you trash. And you better be glad I'm even dealing with you. I'm only dealing with you because we got kids together. So when I say give me some D, you better bring me some D. And it better be washed. And when I'm done with it, get out my face. Because I got another D for you. And it's called divorce. So yes, I want the D, but I want the other D too. Divorce. And when I get my divorce, I'm getting paper from you. Money. You finna pay me, boy. Child support and spouse support. And what I just took from you, that D in your pants, I don't want it no more unless I change my mind. And if I change my mind, bring it here because I look better than you. because the women you used to be with look trashy and look a mess just like you look a mess. Because remember, that's what you said. So you thinking you got the upper hand on him because you look better than him. And because he messy and he don't know how to run his life. So you dated down because you wanted to be the prize. And then you got cheated on and you done got left when he left for them 7 months. And he done won because he done got you pregnant. So he got a connection to you for life regardless. Because y'all got kids together. So now y'all got kids together. And so, well, they ain't kids no more. But now y'all connected for life. So he already got what he want because now he got a life partner. You got to deal with him for the rest of y'all life because y'all got 2 sons. You hear me? So this the thing. It's a lot of hope for you out there. But you really got to renew your mind, renew your spirit, and you got to change. You're going to really have to change. You ain't going to be able to, you're not going to attract a good man playing these kind of game or with your heart being in this kind of position. With your heart being in this kind of position right here where you want to have your cake and eat it too, where you want to play the middle in both ends, to where you want to be classy and trashy at the same time, it's not going to work. It's not going to work, sister. And what you will see, because there's so many desperate women out here, you will divorce this man and you will see him in a happy relationship before you in one. Because unless you grow and you change, because men, it's always a desperate woman right there that's waiting. That's not the same case for women. Unfortunately, it ain't a lot of desperate men that just gonna put up with anything. But with men, it's so many desperate women that gonna put up with anything. Look at this man right here. He cheating on you. He done slung that thing everywhere. And you threaten him with a divorce and he still get to sleep with you. You see what I'm saying? Like, look how easy women give men. And every woman is grown. And y'all making these decisions. Y'all making these decisions. And then you saying, hey, the world need to change. These men need to get it together. Look, they not going to get it together. Just because I'm out here talking. As long as you willing to get on your back. As long as he could go sleep somewhere else. And then come home and still sleep with you. What incentive does he have to change? None. He ain't got no incentive to change. Because that divorce, that just talk. That don't mean nothing to him. Y'all going to church together and he's sleeping with you. That divorce don't mean nothing. That divorce fake. You see what I'm saying? So you can't just big yourself up and talk to yourself and motivate yourself and tell yourself you a good woman and you classy when your actions saying the opposite. When your actions, you stooping to his level, ruining his clothes, and then you tell him you divorcing and you still hopping on his pole. Come on now. Come on now. You got to get it all the way together. And see, when you get it together, that also forces him to get it together. Whether he wanted to get it together or not, when you get it together and you say, nah, this here thing off limits. You ain't finna get none of this here. Boy, we going through a divorce because you childish. You was a grown boy. And he want to get him some of that down. He want to get you back so he can feel like he has you. Guess what? He finna be tearing that counselor door down. The same way he kicked the y'all door to get his stuff. He finna kick that counselor door in. Hey, I need some help. She done got strong. She finna really leave me for real. I need to grow so I can keep her. I don't want to look like no chump to my son. I need to do right in their eyes. Because I don't want them talking bad about me when they write their tell-all book. I need to be on the right side of history. And so he finna try to get some help if you don't work on yourself and you getting help. So, hey, listen to me now. It's painful now. Hey, it's painful now. Y'all writing in and y'all want some feedback. It ain't always gonna sit where you want it to sit at now. You hear me? Listen to me. Some of the feedback gonna sit right on your lap and be crunching your toe while it's sitting on your lap. Just stepping on it. See how that knee coming up? That's like just tearing that toe up. And you sitting like, oh my goodness. So listen to me now. I was just telling y'all about you enough with your eyelashes. And I got enough eyelash to give y'all. I'm around here thinking I had y'all mink lashes on some of the last fall. So hey, listen to me now. Get your life together. Stop worrying about him. Stop worrying about him. Keep your legs closed. You really want to send him a message? Keep your legs closed. Okay, go to church. Go to the different service. He let him go to the 8 o'clock service. You go to 11 o'clock service. He going to 11 o'clock. You go to 8 o'clock service. And guess what? The power of effective and fervent prayer might not be in y'all church. I don't know if the Lord is actually visiting y'all church. You might need to find a new church home and let him keep going there. Because with what y'all going through, I don't know if the Lord near y'all. Because this ain't the work of the Lord. When the God in the midst, it ain't going to look like this right here. God is a renewer and a redeemer. So you might need to be finding you a new church. You hear me? Because you avid and you love church, but it's not changing y'all. So what's going on now? Don't try to make God a lie. Don't try to make God a lie. Go to God. Sit with God. Talk to God. Lord, do a work in me, Lord. Get in his word. Don't just go to church trying to look cute. See, a lot of people use church as the fashion show. You want to see everybody, want people looking at you, want to see who looking at you. You want to people watch who got the best outfit on this Sunday. Church is the club for grown folks. That's all. And y'all still be shaking your booty. And know y'all be adding a little extra bounce to that thing too. That song is not that good. And y'all be adding extra bounce. Church is the club for a lot of grown folks. And y'all on a bit more close to the Lord than the man on the moon. The man on the moon close to the Lord, actually. And so you got to really evaluate this and say, Lord, do I know you? Because the Lord, do I know you? Because y'all keep coming to church, but do we know each other? Because if we know each other, let me do a little work in your life. Let me renew your mind. Let me renew your spirit. Let me help you heal. Let me help him heal. Look, I'm going to forgive him. I'm going to forgive you. Because, yeah, okay, you got all this dirt on him. But listen, sister, you got to remember, I've been watching you. That's what the Lord saying to you. I've been watching you. I see what you into. Yeah. You thought I ain't know? Come on over here. Come near the cross. Get you a little olive oil. You see what I mean? Work on you. And then you're going to be inspiration to him. He going to see your growth, but he see you staying the same. He see you in the same place that you was when he met yourself. You done got a good job. But other than that, same emotional and mental level. So he like, how you looking down on me and we the same? You the same woman when I met you. Attitude, tearing up my clothes, getting angry, getting mad. Okay, I stayed out there one night, you ain't called, but you know, that don't mean nothing. Came home, then you let me hop right on you. Not too long after that, we was in the bed. The neighbor know my name. You see what I mean? So, come on now. Think through this thing. This video is supposed to be 30 minutes, but listen, we had to go ahead and go all the way through it. And the takeaways for this, you got to this point right here. The takeaway for this is, be who you say you are. One of the things I deal with the most is women saying, I'm a good catch. And acting like a plague. I'm like, where you a good catch at? Look like the plague to me. With the way you carrying yourself. Come on now. Be who you say you are. If you say you a classy woman, classy women don't threaten divorce and keep sleeping with the divorcee. You see what I mean? So if you say y'all unequally yoked, that means you got to operate on a higher level instead of getting on his level. Y'all on the same level. So if you unequally yoked, that means you got to be on a higher level. He got to be looking up to you, saying, hey, I'm trying to get like you. I'm trying to get that strength like you. I'm trying to be a man of my word, just how you a woman of your word. I'm trying to stand my ground the way you stand your ground. I want my yay to be yay and my nay to be nay, just like your yay and your nay is your nay. Instead of doing the nay, you see what I mean? So you have to be something different. And that's what you got to understand. And the other thing is, stop playing with these men. Stop playing with these men. Now you done gave 15 years. 21 years y'all were together. So that was 6 years. All right, 6 years. 21 years y'all been together. So how can he respect you when you let him mess over you for 21 years? 21 years? Now that's 2 decades plus. So to everybody who not yet in this situation, when you dating, you have to make it abundantly clear to the person you're dating. You have to make it abundantly clear to them, hey, I do not tolerate games. I do not play. If you want to act a fool. All right, I'm back. My wife called me. And it was an accident. She accidentally hit the button. So when she called me, she on my emergency contact list now. So when she called, my phone on do not disturb. So everybody texting me and calling me, they can't reach me when I'm shooting my videos. If it's emerged, they got to go through my wife to get to me. She called me, cut my video off. And so I ain't got much long. So now I got to go on my app, put the other video with this video, merge them. So now that got to render, that got to take forever, 30 minutes before I get that one video. Then I got to upload it, take another 30 minutes, take me a whole hour. Thanks a lot, baby. But you know what though? I ain't getting no attitude with her. I said, baby, you called me. She bust out laughing. Huh? What do you mean? I didn't call. I said, you need to stop trying to act dumb. You're trying to act dumb. I didn't call you. Well, you put me on your emergency contact list. That's your fault. Maybe I just hit the button. I bet she forgot that I told her that I was filming, and she went to call me and realized and hung up, and then might be lying. But no, it sounded like she was telling the truth. But hey, you know, that's the queen. Queen can do what she want to do. But listen, I was wrapping this here up, and what I was telling y'all is stop playing with these men. Listen, I tell y'all all the time, 12 months. 12 months. At the 12-month mark, and you can let that man know by month 3. You say, listen, I give a relationship around 12 months, and I'm gonna evaluate my life. I ain't doing nothing to have no baby. Cause see, listen, you ain't Mother Mary. You ain't Mother Mary. You had to get on your bike, unprotected, to have that child. You see what I'm saying? And you got sense. That's how you became a nurse. So look, we got to stop playing the fool. We got to stop feeling sorry for ourselves. And so going forward, any man you meet, you evaluate him at month 3. Every 3 months. At month 12, that's do or die. Yay or nay. We going forward or not? If he passed the 12-month mark, 24 month, that absolutely. By the 24-month mark, you know, absolutely then, yay or nay. If you say yes, and you should have said no, it's a disaster waiting to happen. It's a disaster waiting to happen. I see couples in public, you know, in the industry, celebrities, and I tell people, I say, I can look at them. I can look at them. I can see how he look, how she look, how they met. I can see a little bit about them, how they interact, or just how they carrying themselves online, and I could tell if the relationship for sure or if it's real love. And I put a spot on. Now I say, I'll get them 3 years. I'll get them 5 years. I'll get them 8 years. And every time, never fail. One of my celebrity clients texted me today about another situation. She say, you call this. I already know. Because why? This is what I do. And so I'm going to tell you this right here. Now, I'm going to tell you, listen to me now. Stop playing with these folks. Men and women, stop playing with your life. You don't get that time back. So stop playing with it now. And stand your ground. Know who you are. Write your policies and procedures. Write your bylaws so that you know what you're going to put up with and what you're not. And stop lying to yourself about the areas that you're weak in and the areas you need to work on, and be willing to look yourself in the mirror and say, I am immature. I am a liar. And I need to change because I can be mature. I can be a God-fearing woman or man. I can be upstanding, and I can do the right thing. Go ahead and put it out there. Hey, God bless y'all. We'll talk soon.